Hi, I'm Bessie.
I'm Geoff.
I'm BlueBelle, and this is our story.
Anything went, crazy times, wild parties.
You're under a microscope. Everyone expects you to be fabulous, and everyone expects you to be grateful for how cool your life is, which is, I think, one of the reasons why so many celebrities go off the deep end.
One day I woke up and thought, no more. My husband said, let's give away everything we own and just see what happens next.
A celebrity couple literally leaving it all behind.
Bessie and BlueBelle is famous for...
announced they were giving away everything they owned.
Hi, I'm Bessie.
And I'm Geoff.
And welcome to our life change experiment.
Yes, and the big giveaway. Basically, we're giving away everything we own.
Furniture, clothing, shoes,
Computers,
laptops,
knives and forks and plates, and
everything but the kitchen sink.
which we would have given you if we could have got it out of the kitchen.
A lovely lady has just come over to take BlueBelle for a walk so that we can get through some of these 40,000 emails. And she said, are you guys crazy? And people say that all the time, but she was here and it was in my face and I thought, oh my God, maybe we are.
As anybody who knows, who's had success, it can be a little bit of a disappointment, and you start to strive for more and more, and eventually you start to realize that this is actually going nowhere. And I was becoming more and more depressed, and looking for more and more ways to drown that misery of depression, as you begin to realize that all the things you thought were going to bring you happiness are not.
When you see your partner and you can just see the pain they're in from their searching and their seeking, and I was always just pretty happy wherever I was, but I could see he needed to find more. He had big questions to get answers for.
I'd done a lot of spiritual studying, almost every ism you can imagine, Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, Taoism. It had given me the desire to want to know whether this spiritual thing was a reality. So I turned to my long-suffering wife and I said, how would you feel if we gave everything we owned in the world away and see if the universe provides? Which was my pre-Christian way of saying, is there such a thing as God and faith?
I had just given birth to my first child, so giving everything away wasn't on my to-do list. But it started us on the journey, and we then set off on a faith adventure around the world.
We were literally left with a van and a suitcase.
We went to 29 countries with no money.
And we'd run into people all the time and we'd do odd jobs for them, paint fences, help old ladies with their washing, and inevitably they'd end up cooking us a curry or giving some wine or cheese.
Not all glamour out here.
There's a whole nother existence going on outside there.
Almost an underground movement. People who live off the land, live off the grid.
Hello, America!
This dude is the Buddha that the world needs now.
I've got a road, I know where I'm going, I know how I've got to get there.
We lived with hippies in a hippie commune, we lived with the Hare Krishnas, the Buddhists, the Hindus. We tried everything, and time again looked like they'd almost have the answer, but not quite.
Through our adventures, we moved just over the road from Mariners. One day I was walking up the hill and I had this voice saying, you've been all around the world doing all these crazy spiritual things, but you're not prepared to walk 100 yards over the road to find out what this place is about. I said, look, I'm not a Christian, I don't believe at all, but I want to come and hear. Are you okay to have a non-Christian in the group? And he goes, we'd love to have a non-Christian in the group. I went, oh, all right. So both Bessie and I decided we were going to give it a go. And we went to Rooted. And for the first time, my eyes were opened. And that's the moment when I felt God saying, you've spent so many years emptying yourself, but what are you filling yourself with?
And when I came into this experience and I realized everybody's accepting. In fact, they say, come with your story, bring your story, don't forget it, it happened, and now God's going to use it for good. I just realized that grace, the concept of being loved even before everything, is just so beautiful. and it's changed everything.
There was a fullness to this, a lovingness to this that I'd never experienced before. And I was like, this is it. This is the top of the mountain. And I want to stay here.